Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Medical Classes by Dr. Srinidhi Kumar Acharya. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel and also please give your valuable comments. And you can also visit my playlist. In the playlist, I have provided all the topics in a systematic order. It is quite easy for the study. Anyway, so we were discussing about formation of the placenta. The formation of the placenta is over. Today we will discuss about functions of placenta. So usually placenta is about 20 centimeter long, you can say, or thickness is about 3 centimeter, and it occupies about 20 to 30% of the internal uterine surface, total space 20 to 30%. On the maternal side it is convex, and on the fetal side it is flat, and umbilical cord is attached to the fetal side. After the baby birth, the placenta is delivered, and if we see placenta fetal side is flat and pink and bluish and clean surface, then it is good. Okay, usually we will see a flat pink bluish and clean surface on the fetal side. Well, in the maternal side, if you see, it is more reddish, irregular, and it is detached from the endometrium, raised, and there is slight elevations surrounded by grooves indicating the cotyledons. Once the baby produces the placenta, it starts producing its own estrogen and progesterone. Now there is no use of corpus luteum. Okay. As a result, the corpus luteum will going to disappear because corpus luteum has done its work. Now the placenta will overtake it, and the corpus luteum will disappear. Okay, let us see the functions of the placenta. Now, functions of the placenta are of basically three types. Functions of the placenta are metabolic functions, exchange function, and endocrinal functions. So it performs three important functions. It is not only for the circulation of the blood. Now, what are the metabolic functions? It will produce the glycolipids through the decidual cells. The decidual cell. Decidual means uterine endometrium. Decidual cells. So lipids can be synthesized like cholesterol. It can also produce the lipids just like cholesterol. Maternal cholesterol and phospholipids will not cross the placental membrane. For the baby, placenta has to produce its own. This is very important. Now, maternal cholesterol and phospholipids will not cross the placenta membrane. Now, if the baby wants the cholesterol or some plasma lipids, phospholipids, etc., then baby has to produce its own. The blood will give the raw material. Maternal blood will give all the raw material, but it will not cross as it is. Now look at the exchange functions of the placenta. There will be exchange of the blood and the waste products at multiple levels through the placental membrane. Even the bilirubin, urea, uric acid, and extra water is also get expelled out, excreted. Some are by simple diffusion. How this exchange takes place? Sometimes at some places it takes place by simple diffusion, just like gaseous exchanges, oxygen and CO2, etc. Simple diffusion. Sometimes they use the facilitated diffusion, like glucose transport. If there is a need to transport the glucose, then there will be facilitated diffusion. The glucose from the mother side will cross to the baby side, but insulin from the mother side will not cross the baby side or fetal side. That's the reason a diabetic mother will give more and more glucose to the baby, but she will not give the insulin. Baby has to produce its own insulin to metabolize that. Anyway, another important is active transport. At some portion, the transport takes place by active transport. For example, amino acids from the maternal side, they enter inside the fetal side through the active transport. Sometimes the exchange will by means of pinocytosis. Pinocytosis, another special way of transportation here, especially the immunoglobulins like immunoglobulin G, immunoglobulin A, etc. So they will cross by this pinocytosis. And we know that I think IgM will not cross, IgG will not cross anyway. Now other methods, fetal RBC can also pass through the microscopic pores and breaks. So these are all the exchange functions related to placenta. Now what happens is most of the virus unfortunately enter through the placenta like cytomegalovirus, rubella and many other viruses. So most of the bacterial infection will not cross the placenta except syphilis, Treponema pallidum, and Listeria monocytogenesis. So Listeria monocytogenesis, if it is passes, it may lead to fetal diarrhea. There's a condition called as fetal diarrhea. Okay, ampicillin is drug of choice again. So streptococcal, again, it also will not cross through the placenta, but virus can cross. Some of the viruses, especially torch virus, torch group of infection, so they can cross. One parasite which can cross is a toxoplasmosis. That comes under the torch. Okay, toxoplasmosis. Toxoplasma gondii, spread by the cat and other pet animals. Okay, it cross and love to make the lesions in the placenta, in this toxoplasmosis. So drugs, metabolites can also pass through the placental barriers, especially many drugs which is taken by the mother will easily pass through the placenta. Okay, and drugs and other metabolites. Phenyl sodium, anti-epileptic drug, tetracycline, cocaine, heroin, and so many other heroines, and so many other the beta blockers. So they all cross the placenta. They all cross the placenta and cause the problem. Next, we'll discuss about the development of the placenta. Endocrinal functions. Metabolic is over. Transport function or exchange function is over. Now, endocrine functions. See, what is the endocrine functions? Placenta produces a lot of progesterone to maintain the pregnancy, because without progesterone, there is no maintenance of the pregnancy. Progesterone is required. Initially, the sensitive trophoblast is producing the human choriogonadotrophic hormone, which is stimulating the corpus luteum to produce more and more progesterone. Once the placenta start making its own progesterone, the SCG will disappear usually after 2 months. That means pregnancy test usually will go by SCG method. So you cannot find SCG after 2 months, because once this placenta start functioning, SCG and corpus luteum both will stop. Now SCG usually produces the nausea and vomiting in the pregnant lady, so it stops after 2 months. Now, why a pregnant lady will develop a nausea and vomiting, hyperemesis gravida? The reason is because of SCG hormone. This SCG hormone, which is produced by the trophoblast, so that will have the adverse effects or its side effect as nausea and vomiting. So that is the important thing. So presence of the vomiting, so usually it indicates the pregnancy, isn't it? So or hyperemesis gravida, which is that. So that is also because of this. So once after 2 months, this hormone production decreases or stops, then there is no more vomiting. So some other substances like human placental lactogen, also called as somatomammotropic hormone, which helps in the development of the milk in the breast, is also produced from the placenta. Okay, that's the beauty. Then chorionic ACTH, chorionic thyrotrophic hormones are also produced from the chorionic plate. Okay, relaxin, a hormone which is produced at the end by the placenta. So this relaxin helps to relax the pelvic muscles for the easy delivery. See, so many endocrine functions are also attributed to the placenta. In the next class, we will see some of the important clinical conditions associated with the placenta. Till then, goodbye. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, and also please give your valuable comments. Thank you very much.